You are cruising smoothly down the road, your automatic transmission tries to shift up into the next gear, but instead the engine revs out wildly like you are in neutral, the transmission overheats, and your vehicle suddenly forces itself into a sluggish limp home mode. That frustrating experience means your powertrain control module has registered a P0757 diagnostic code, indicating that shift solenoid B is completely stuck in the on position. This generic transmission fault can plague almost any modern automatic vehicle from Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Toyota, or Honda, where a complex hydraulic valve body manages your gear changes. Inside your transmission, the computer relies on an array of electronic shift solenoids to open and close specific fluid channels, routing pressurized transmission fluid to the internal clutch packs and bands that physically lock in different gear ratios. If shift solenoid B gets physically jammed open by a tiny piece of metal debris or suffers an internal electrical short, fluid flows continuously into that circuit, causing the transmission to catch two gears at once or slip aggressively as you try to accelerate. Before you freak out and start looking for an expensive replacement transmission, remember that solenoids rely entirely on clean, high-quality fluid to move back and forth smoothly. Pull out your dipstick to check if your transmission fluid level is dangerously low, or if the fluid looks dark, muddy, and full of friction material contaminants that are physically blocking the small valve openings. If it has been ages since your last transmission service, your best path forward is a complete fluid and filter swap, along with a thorough transmission flush to clear out any sludge or debris trapped inside the tiny hydraulic passages. Next, crawl under the vehicle to inspect the external wiring harness and the main multi-pin connector going into the transmission housing, checking carefully for bare wires that might be shorting against the hot exhaust or frame rails. Use your digital multimeter to execute a quick continuity test across the solenoid circuit with the power disconnected. If your meter reads high resistance instead of 0 ohms, you have confirmed a burnt wire or a dead solenoid coil that needs to be replaced to get your shifting back on point.